awesome view. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Go in a second, I'll point us upward, get us all situated. Thanks everyone for being here. I'll greet everyone in just a second. All right, now let's see who's here. Roll call. Okay, Ankle Nibbling Toyota, thanks for being here. Sailor Venus, good to see you. Cube 212R, hello, hi. Pobo Mojo Jojo, what's up? Welcome in. Do da 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 do 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 da 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 da. New phone's pretty cool. Camera's too good, but that might be an overall good thing. It means I might not have to take the Sony for the trip. That said, I like the Sony a lot, so I still might take it. But taking the Sony means I have to take a different tripod. We shall see. Is this Google Pixel? No. The camera's not what I'm streaming from. Or the phone's not what I'm streaming from. Though I suppose I probably should make sure that that's all set up. I think it's the same video, like the wind's probably something fierce. I'll get the mics here in a second. I actually don't know too many people nowadays who use the Google Pixel anymore. It used to be the go-to, but now I think it's the Samsung S24, S25, or the iPhone 16/16 Pro. Hey Citrong, welcome in. How much faster is it? It's a lot faster than my old one. But I just mean like the pictures and stuff. Like I took a selfie yesterday and I was like, God damn, I need to get some skincare. Versus like on my old phone, I'm like, I need to like maybe pluck my eyebrows or something. It's pretty sharp. Pretty sharp. It's good. I was able to download stuff a lot faster than originally. It said like 4 hours, and then like. One annoying thing I don't like about Apple, I had both phones plugged in, both phones full screen time, whatever. I mean, like, but there's no way to keep it open unless you're looking at it visually. Or like, I don't know, it has some sort of eyeball meter somehow. Eyeball tracker. So the first time I tried to like carry things over, it like stopped. So then it said it failed, so then I had to like restart the original boot process. Nice weather. Is it warm there? It's not bad. Use the IR cameras. I'll check it out. Japan or Korea? I mean anything. Probably just any amount of skincare beats what I currently use, which is Dove soap body wash. Or Dove body wash. I use that for my entire body. And then I have shampoo. That's it. Besides that, it's just water. I guess I don't need a lot of stuff. I'll be using sunscreen during the trip in a couple days / for the month. I need to go to Daiso and get some like cheap towel things, cut them up, and I'll tie those. I'll tie those to my hat rack, or my hat. It's called the hat stand, but it's not really quite a stand because I guess it is a stand. You put the hat on it, but then you put that whole contraption on your head. So mount, I suppose, head mount. Can't put that on your face? Definitely can. Jesus, man. Jesus. What phone did you buy? I bought the iPhone 16. The big reason I bought the iPhone is mainly to stay in contact with a lot of my family and friends who exclusively use iPhones. So FaceTime with pretty much anybody that's like important to me, I FaceTime them. Or Zoom, but and then in Japan I use line messaging, so that doesn't really matter, but the Japanese Dove body soap, then it's all good. I mean, it's all imported, I imagine. I have to look and see if they actually make it here or not. Where are you headed? Headed south of here. Today's a short walk. I'm just kind of testing to see this connection on this. We're probably going to get about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of stream. I had a lot of, I'm trying to leave on Tuesday, so I'm having to do a lot of stuff, get a lot of stuff ready off stream. So I think today we might miss the 2 hour mark, but considering starting on Tuesday or Wednesday we'll be streaming like 6 to 8 hours plus a day, I think we'll be fine. It's not the GoPro, it's the DJI. Now the new phone, we'll probably test it, because again, I don't want to have to use the new phone unless like I have to type of thing. As far as a streaming thing, it's much more like everything craps out, because then it's not worth, like this phone would definitely overheat. Probably. I mean, doing it for like 30 minutes to an hour, probably fine, but considering the action cams and the Bella Box are like designed for it, the Bella Box has a fan and stuff, I think, again, I'm really trying to keep to that. But kind of like how last time we went on a big walk, I had to use this other, like this random phone that had like, everyone who was here for the trip remembers it. Anytime the GoPro and batteries died, I had to use that phone to say goodbye. And it was like, it wasn't even 360p, it was like Nintendo graphics, like 8-bit. Actually, I'm meeting people for dinner tonight, so I don't want to get too sweaty. So we might hop over to, is that a General Grievous shirt? $128. Yeah, I know. I got 120. I was looking at the 256, and then I realized like I have tons of storage. I have like multiple terabyte plus SSDs and like tons and tons of thumb drives. So why am I paying? Like I don't need more than 120 gigs of stuff anyway. I should never have that much footage on my phone without having it backed up anyway. So I'm okay with that. Only plateau because of battery tech? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think anyone needs a phone more than like 128, maybe 256. If you need more than that, then you're essentially a digital hoarder at that point. And like I said, I don't need more than, like, I'm already trying to think, like, if I double, I deleted like 3,000 photos and videos, so this would be double or triple that. That's what I'm saying though, you'll never ever need that many photos. That shouldn't be backed up elsewhere. Again, that's just my take. I'm not saying we have to like all agree on that. But even in life, I'm like, the last 5 years I've been trying to somewhat downsize if I can. Like, I collect knickknacks and stuff, but I don't really have a lot of like attachment things. It's the same thing. Do I really need a screenshot of that Oblivion meme? No, probably not. I can delete that. Did they get rid of all the scooters here? Dude, they did. What? Image reply game? I mean, is that praise that important? That's the, I mean, I suppose if you want it to be, that is, then. But I don't need, like, I backed up all my old Japan photos when I was a kid, or like when I was 23, 24, but can't even put SD cards in phones no more. Can you not do that in Google phones anymore? My brother. What the fuck? Hold on. We're getting like tree seeds dropping on us. Hold on. I'm gonna have to take a traffic test for this Loop app. Study before taking the test. Where can I ride an e-scooter? On the leftmost? Yep, okay. Next. Can I read? No. You switch to an exceptional specified small motorized bicycle loop scooter. 6 on one road, you may. Okay. Bloomin' Jazz Garden. Alright, let's. Okay, this is like basic traffic stuff. How you doing, chat? Sorry about that, I had to take a whole test. Happy weekend, what's in Chico? Hey, Dr. William, sorry about that. Where do local pizza place over here? Shikoku. Shikoku is an island I have not been to yet in Japan, and so we're gonna go walk around it for a month. Dude, they really got rid of all the loop scooters, huh? That's kind of a travesty. Thank you very much for the $10, by the way, Dr. Lim. I apologize if I didn't say that already. I'm trying to book a ride for us. That's specific? You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, so we're going to do a very long, so that's why today's going to be a little bit shorter than usual, but the next, I think starting on Tuesday, I'm going to try to fly down there on Tuesday or Wednesday. I haven't bought a ticket yet, but we're going to be down there definitely this week, no later than Thursday, because I want to get out and there's a couple of days back to back. Day 2 and day 3 are pretty long, so I need to time those days correctly, but I was hoping to be out by Tuesday. All right, we're gonna go walk and get this scooter, and then the problem is too, I have to buy a round trip ticket, which I've never done for these trips before. I've never bought like where I'm shoehorned into making a deadline, but maybe for YouTube and stuff that's a cooler thing. I don't know. It does mean that like I will definitely have to keep a pretty strict schedule, which is both good and bad for that type of thing. It's good in the sense of like knowing exactly where I'm going to sleep. I can book stuff a week or two in advance. It's bad in the sense that if I get injured, or if there's a heavy rain day or anything like that, then we're kind of cooked, like royally cooked. Not a little bit. We are just screwed if like we get behind more than like half a day behind. We end up getting into some serious dookie. Oh man, I don't want to put my new phone in here. It's gonna... Alright, here, let's do this. We're gonna unplug this one, put this connection in, USB tethering, nice, primo. Please fit in here. I really don't want to have to. That's probably worse than Alright, we're gonna just keep it in my pocket. We're not, I don't trust these things enough to hold this, so I guess this would be a good time to have my old iPhone connected to internet. Old iPhone connected to the internet router that I've got in order to just have it as a chat phone. That would be ideal. Has me going that way? What? Now we'll just do this. Okay. All right. Yeah, I do not trust that one bit. Okay. I wonder if we can one connection this. Is that possible? Is this gonna fit in here? Hold on. Let's try to one connection this. That might be our real-time chat. Oh, this doesn't. What is this phone? Bruh, we cannot hit any bumps. Ooh. Stream phone dies too, that'd be kind of bad. Stream phone's a free cheap phone, but still like... Okay, this works. Hey Bird Banes, is this new phone? New phone's in my pocket. This is the new phone. We got a good little case for it. Stand-up case. Why can't I hitch a ride? I'm not opposed to hitching a ride. The problem is betting on hitching a ride is again, like hitching a ride is not like a guarantee. What color? You guys can guess. The phone case is black. There's, I think, what, 5 colors? Pink, teal, ultramarine, white, and black. I forgot to set up the mic. My apologies. I thought maybe it'd be less windy on this side street. Citrong, I'll get to your messages. I've been thinking about that. I'm not opposed to, and what we might do too, we might have a hitchhiking clause that allows us to, again, if someone offers us a ride, we have to take it type of thing. I don't know how my hat's staying on. Still get ads, refresh. Refresh. If you're getting ads as a sub, refresh. I do not have that setting on. I can double check, but I'll never do that. Not like actual Twitch subs. If I ever do YouTube video, like read in ads, maybe, you know, like in the middle of a video, kind of like how Good Work does it, or Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast does it, or like any other podcast does it. But I'm not even close to being big enough for anything like that. So, if you have ad block too, that's gonna mess with it as well. What are we doing in here? we go straight, but I'm not for sure. Meguro, Gotanda, Osaki. 2 more stops. I think we go straight. Down. Turning left. What's going on here? Hold on. Yeah, I'll get to... Okay, you guys are supposed to be on the left-hand side, dum-dums. I literally just took a traffic quiz over this. So we sat on that bench for 5 minutes. See? She's doing it right. Honda station, I think. All right. What's up, Bob? Gotta sign them a waiver? No, there's no waiver signing. You just tell them what you're doing. You give verbal permission. Farmer's bull cart headed to market. So to get back to Citrong's original question, the intent is to be a solely walking trip, except for the very small portion of that chunk, like the 8 kilometers or whatever, because we can take that DMV type thing. That's the only thing that I would like to take, or like, I would like to try to limit it to that as well. But I need to look into that too. If I can catch the DMV, and that's our rule, I mean, the DMV could give us substantial, if we took the bus and the train portion of it, that could give us like a very huge chunk of, like that would be probably like 2 days of walking almost. Big size shoes? Hold on. Big B. 男の大きな靴の専門店. 38 centimeters? How big is that, chat? I wear size 12, which is 30. That's 8 centimeters bigger than me? That's like basketball feet. Okay, Big B. Good to know. Oh, you know what? We need to check and see. Oh, this is Gotanda. Am I wrong? 38's giant, right? Like that's... It's 4 inches bigger than my feet-ish. 3.5, 4 inches longer than my feet. What? Oh, they have us turning right. Going straight? What? Can't go straight. Oh, I see. They want us to take... They want us to walk over. Guess we'll do that. Where's this thing coming from? Oh, there it is. Whoop. I probably should not have done that one. Okay, these all bus things? What's going on here? Straight, left, right. This is the wildest little... I take a left up here, and then a right. Okay, left here, and then a right up here. Bruh, what is this? You go that way? Okay. We're gonna go straight and then kind of walk across. Jube Ands, thanks for the follow. Jabines, maybe? Jabines? Free show, welcome in. Sorry I missed you. And everyone else I missed. More than a foot long? I mean, 30 centimeters is a foot. My feet are, I think actually I fit, like my perfect size I think is 29.5 wide. Yeah, whenever I'm driving, I don't really pay attention to chat that much. I try not to anyway. Straight and then left. Where am I taking the left at? Tome Teba. Take a right and take an immediate left. Okay. I'm excited this stuff's working. Pretty much the only thing I gotta do now is finish out a little bit of, I wanna post that video. I need to make sure all the shorts go up. And then go from there. Okay. stay on this road. Very interesting. Are we lost, chat? We are lost. Alright, let me check my phone real quick. I think maybe we were supposed to go down there. Tome Taba. There's this. Oh, I bet that's it right there. Yeah, that's it right there. Interesting. Hey, yo. We're getting something to eat. We're not eating on street. I'll get a coffee, but I have dinner plans with some folks. Okay. In drives. Take a photo. So we'll go grab a coffee or something while we wait. Chat a little bit with chat. Damn, that was more than I thought it was gonna. Oh, it's because we got stuck up with all those lights. Now I'm very excited for this trip. Like I said, I would like to do a purely, like, largely walking trip. Because in the future we could do a hitchhike trip. Like, we could do a hitchhike walk trip somewhat easily, I think. Actually. Good to know there's lots of benches here. Higashi Gotanda Square. What's up, War Harry? Hello, welcome in. Okay, that's the JR line, so you can see that lime green, so that's the direction we need to go. Cool. Across the river. Yamamoto Bashi. We were just here a few days ago. Pretty nice view. The friendliness, if we're walking even better than yesterday. Yeah, that's where we stayed inside yesterday. Stayed inside until like 10 p.m. when all that shit was done. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I planned this trip down to Shikoku, and then it's like we're getting back-to-back torrential rain. Like the last week, we got crazy rain like twice. I think Wednesday night and Saturday night, Thursday night, Saturday night. I don't remember. 2 pretty crazy days of rain in very short succession. So I'm hoping that climate change or whatnot has not affected the rainy season schedule down to Shikoku. Friday's okay. That's what I thought. So it was Friday and Saturday then. Silence in the trains, yeah. Like I said, I'm very, very excited to be going to Shikoku, where it's going to be a lot of just us, and then a lot of very not super surprised people. There's quite a few people who walk around Shikoku. They do the parts of the Hachiju Hakusho. I don't think too many people do the full 88 straight, and I think like not too many people do like a walk around Shikoku like I'm doing, and I'm not doing a full walk. The Southwest is going to be forgotten this trip, but we can come back sometime and do it. Destroying a lot of people's umbrellas. Yeah, I think I was sitting quietly at home. That's right, because I was supposed to go buy shoes Friday, and I decided not to. So that's why we got them yesterday. New shoes, new phone. Now we just got to buy the ticket down to Shikoku and we're good to go. You say, hey, we just saw a store. We literally just saw a store that sells size 38, which would definitely cover you, because I wear a size 12. I can find them pretty easily. That's size 30 in Japan. But we just passed a store that sells, like their specialty is size 28 to 38, which is kind of mind-boggling. I've never heard of such sizes before. Where's that connection at? Right now we're just riding on one connection. Maybe because it's getting more power? I don't know. We'll switch back and... Shop in Gotanda, yeah, we just passed the shop in Gotanda. But, I mean, Sakazen sometimes has your 13s. What's up, JP? Near Osaka? No, I have not traveled much near Osaka. Unfortunately, I don't have any. I mean, maybe go down to Sakai, southern Osaka. No, I haven't actually given Osaka a fair shake. Not from any like, no real reason other than just like there's other places I've wanted to go visit. Growing gardener, huh? Ah, yes. There are, yeah, one of the regulars, Shablo, he just finished like a 2-month stint in Osaka. Maybe 2.5 months. I think it was like, he was in Tokyo for a week or two, Osaka for like 2 months, 2.5 months, or I guess, no, that's right, he did. I don't think they ended up going to Korea. I don't remember, but so 3 months is his limit, but he was in Osaka for like 6-7 weeks or something. Or maybe the full 2 months, and then yeah, that sounds right. 2 weeks Tokyo, 2 months Osaka, 2 weeks Tokyo. Or something to that effect. We are ready for the trip. Ready to get on the road. Anxious, nervous, but not like a scared nervous or anything, just like we gotta go. Moonstar, really? I'll have to check them out. I've not heard of them. I've always just gone to Sakazen, and Sakazen has usually done me good. $4,000 yen, that's pretty good. If you go down to the, I don't know if I have 13s, but if you go down to the, if you're ever in Gotemba, I got 2 pairs of Skechers, size 12 and size 11 respectively, or 11.5 maybe, for 4,400 a piece. It's 8,800 for 2. This is cool. I like this. If I got here super early and recorded some yapping, like really early, sunrise early. We were looking through the maps on Friday, I think Friday, and they have so many, they keep calling them submersible bridges, but they're these little like concrete bridges that are like the width of a car pretty much. And there are so many of them where we're walking from Uwajima City to like Shinanto. We'll pass a bunch of them, and I'm very excited for that too. They look pretty cool. They look pretty, I mean, like, they're not the big bridges that I'm used to seeing, but they look pretty sick. Scarecrow Village, yeah, we were talking about that on stream. The problem is getting there, there's no lodging in that village, and getting there is quite difficult. I suppose if we have an extra day, we could rent a car from Tokushima and drive out there, but getting up there is, the roads to get up there look pretty insane, pretty gnarly. And there's like absolutely nothing resources wise. Oh shit, dude, there's a Burger King? Dude, there are Burger Kings popping up everywhere. Ebisu got a Burger King recently. Shinjuku got a new Burger King, or a new-ish Burger King, where the KFC used to be. They got a size 8 down here? Huh. Size 8 super full though. Taco Tracer Mont. Yeah, no, I saw that. April 27th. I saw that. I walk past that sometimes. I don't know. I'm not gonna go there anymore. I don't think. I can't. If I waited because the size is down. No white option in Japan. Yeah, I think that was what Nogoro Mura, the village. Turn. Skechers didn't realize you were a 14-year-old girl. I might have to ban you for that. I just saw that. Skechers are really good actually for walking. Nagoro. There we go. Nagoro. I said Nogoro. Nagoro. Prices are a bit much. Yeah, that's. I'm glad I tried it once, but I think for that amount of. It's just a lot. For that same price, for 2,000 yen, I can have a whole 3 enchilada plate at La Jolla. What's up, Gaxarov? Okay, let's look for coffee. There's a Beck's coffee shop. Excelsior coffee over here. 3.5 versus 3.6. Let's go to the Excelsior. No, I know Skechers are. I will say, for a long time, I was kind of anti-Sketcher until I went to try some. Because I just remember my mom wearing Skechers, and I was like, ugh, mom shoes. And then I was like, wait a second, these are actually pretty dope. I retract my statement. And not like mom shoes, like I mean like my mom shoes. But we got, yesterday we went to Sakazin, tried on a bunch of shoes, and I think pretty excited. We got some Under Armour shoes. Tried on like 4 or 5 pairs. Did the calf raise, jump, squat, and what's the other one? I do a few different things to. Damn, this thing's busy as shit. Doshio kana. Oh, nice. We can just get a coffee. Damn, 600 for a cafe mocha? It's like they know. Hey, Jason's coming in. Let's. Fine, we'll get a blended coffee. Unless, hold on, let's check if there's a mystery donut nearby. Togoshi? Bruh. Why do these nowhere stations have Mr. Donuts? Whatever. Okay. I'll just run in here. We'll get a blend coffee. Or we go to the Life Super. Oh, you know what? No. We're gonna go to the Life Supermarket and get a drink. That's the big brain strat. Get a drink at Life and then sit on a bench outside. Bro, they have chairs here too. Daiso? Life Cafe. 100 yen for... We get hot coffee or we get a drink? No, we're gonna get a chilled beverage. Damn, this one's pretty big. How many days until Shikoku now? I think we're leaving Tuesday. We're either leaving Tuesday or Thursday. Tuesday or Wednesday. Because I have to have... Where's the... Oh, okay. $117 for Pocari Sweat, $106 for Aquarius. Let's check for the other sports drinks we like. Nope. We'll get them for you. And the VOD on Friday has pretty much... We did a lot of... Hi, onegaishimasu.
商品のバーコードをスキャンしてください。99円。商品を台に置いてください。
That's weird. First time I've seen that.
ポイントカードをお持ちですか？お支払い後、お金を投入してください。よろしければ。お釣りとレシートをお取りください。レシート。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
Daiso. I'll have to go to Daiso later. What are these chairs for? Waterproof boots. I will not be packing any waterproof boots. Waterproof boots are what got me injured last time. And rainy season, like I said, I checked. Gogakuhei sent us the rain schedule. Historically, rainy season doesn't start in Shikoku until the first week of June. We will be finished by then. Occasionally, like in the past 80 years, it's started before June 5th, but like a couple of times. But I realized as well that waterproof boots equals heavy step equals fucked up gait equals injury. So I'm gonna be bringing, I think, a lightweight pair of like super dry shoes, super lightweight shoes, and then I'm gonna be bringing my sneakers that I will be wearing for my daily walking. Like, this is my main sneakers. A couple of the cities have some like big and tall stuff going on too, so we'll deal with that accordingly. But I'm hoping one pair of shoes for... Nah, we'll definitely have to get another pair of shoes, honestly. Oh, 30 to 40,000 yen. I didn't know it was that. I haven't been to that shop in Gotanda yet. We need to think about, like I said, I do wonder how many offers of rides we will get. I don't know what the rules are, what rules we should set up. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think you'll be able to tell from here, but that building over there, this building, Nihon Zeiri Shikaikan. So it's Japanese tax, certified tax accountants building association, I suppose. Price. Ah, I see. I see now. Yeah, that's a lot. No, that's why I tried on some Mizunos that were pretty good. Mizunos were the second pair of shoes that I was thinking about grabbing, but Moonstar strike me as comfortable but maybe not too durable. I need to check. Hold on. I'll look at those right now. Moonstar Shoes Japan. Kind of looks like my Tabi shoes. On a desktop machine. I mean, it does look like they have a fair amount of shoes. They have a pretty good website. Kids shoes? Yeah, I was about to say. So good. I swear I can't be Japanese. That's funny. Yeah, there's some monster mosquitoes over here. That reminds me, for those of you that have been in Japan for a while, there's no like bug spray, is there? Like real bug spray. Like in America we had Off or we had other other companies. I have a feeling 4 to 5K yen pair of the regular sports shoes are going to last you just as long as your average high street sneaker brand for just doing 10 to 20K. What are we up to? We're hanging out for a little bit. We're waiting. White Chan's coming, and then we're going to have dinner with her parents. So I'll probably end the stream very quickly in the next 5-10 minutes probably. Spectator Sport, I'll have to test it out. I will say the one thing that for daily walking, yes, but like the one thing I liked about the Skechers too, and I'll see about the bottom sole really does matter for the bigger ones. So when I had the Ultras, for example, Ultras were really, really good. They felt very, very comfortable, but because their sole was not as like absorbent or spongy, and the weight of the backpack, I think that's another thing, is my body weight mixed with the weight of the backpack just demolishes shoes. But my general goal is to change shoes every like 400 or 500 kilometers, unless they get downgraded to a like a grocery shoe, like I'm gonna get groceries in type of thing. Otherwise it's not worth, like I don't want to start a trek with shoes that already have like a couple 100 kilometers in them, because they will break, and then I would rather have a fresh pair. So then I know, like, okay, so for example, this next thing, we're starting in Matsuyama, we're going south. They'll definitely make it to Kochi. They should most likely make it to Tokushima. But if I need to end up getting shoes from Tokushima back to Matsuyama, there's tons of big cities. So this time I know. So same thing with my other thing. Whenever I was walking, like I got shoes in Bungo Ono, right before Oita. They had one pair of dad shoes, and those dad shoes ended up lasting me until Izumo. So from Oita Oita City to Izumo, some random dad shoes lasted me a really long time. Moonstar, okay, thank you very much. Where do Japanese buy antiperspirants? They don't really have antiperspirants, honestly. Let me take a picture of this. They have like wet deodorant, Gatsby and those other ones. They have a little thing and it's got like liquid in it with a little roller ball, and then you roll it on it, and it's more of like a, it's not quite like Old Spice, but it's less of an, it's more of a deodorant and less of an antiperspirant. Dinner at 4 to 5. Dinner will be at 6. It's 5 o'clock right now. But we have to go buy something for them, maybe. The coils? Yeah, no, that's what, whenever I read about, like Alan Booth talks about the coils in the 70s, and I'm like, I still see them very popular. Like camping and stuff I get, that's fine, whatever, but I don't like light a coil in my hotel room. That seems... We might just become Moonstar brand people. No, the big thing is the weight of the backpack. I think the weight of the backpack really shreds shoes much more, and me being large as well. I'm very curious to see how much more mileage I can get if I weighed like, I'm sure a calculus guy, some calculus viewer could figure it out, but if I weighed like, 30 kilograms less, or like 10 kilograms, 20 kilograms, 30, like do a graduated thing, but how much more tread or how much longer the tread would last if I lost X amount of weight type of thing. Brought to you by my Moonstar. I see a lot of, here's my thing. I see a lot of people, obviously with bigger reach than I do, but I also see people with like just as big a reach as I do.
and they have like Airbnb sponsorships or this stuff, and I'm like, am I just not? I guess I need to go knock on doors or something, but the places I want to stay at, like these little minshuku, they're not interested in me like sponsoring anybody, you know? Like it's a lot of the places we're looking at are like less than 5,000 yen a night, and they don't really want, I imagine they don't really want too many foreigners like, you know, in the area. They're not like anti-foreigner, but it's also going to be like they don't want an influx of, they just don't have, I mean, these places have like 4 rooms, so it's not like they're really hurting for. Kurume? Oh, nice. Kurume is up. It's Kurume is down by Fukuoka. It's in between. Kurume is in between Kumamoto and Fukuoka. Japan Times. I don't know who to ask. There's one of our mutual friends. I guess Lyle introduced me to a guy named Josh, who works for Tokyo Weekender, and he was gonna write a piece on me. But that hasn't. He said he had some other projects, and that's fine. I mean, like I'm not gonna like pressure him. Like, hey, you're gonna still write that piece about me, right? But and then I asked, I sent a message to Unpacking Japan like 2 months ago. I imagine I'm not going to get on that podcast. That's fine. They seem to, a lot of people seem to only be, even Instagram and, that's a giant mosquito. Instagram and stuff too. A lot of people are only gravitating toward like really big creators. How to spend a weekend in Hiro. Thank you very much for your kind words. How to spend a weekend in Hiro. That's like you go to a weekend in Hiro. I live in that area and I don't spend a weekend in Hiro. Like what? Of all of the neighborhoods, like they have a couple of parks, National Azabu, Media. They have, I will say this, they have some good restaurants, but you're not just like chilling in Hiro for a weekend. Like Hiro has some of the best restaurants in Japan, or I mean in Tokyo, but to like spend time there not eating, I don't know about that. How many hours did you spend on review when studying? It depends on what it is. For my essay-based stuff, I would just write it a few times. Like my review would be my study. It's kind of hand in hand. All right, we're gonna head out. Sorry, I know it's the most obnoxiously mundane Gaijin bubble, frankly. It's the word, like, again, I live in that neighborhood-ish. Not really, I live closer to Ebisu, but it's, yeah, it's like mayonnaise is spicy level of anyway. We're gonna head out. Trip starts, like I said, trip either starts Tuesday or Thursday. Because I have to have 2 days back to back. Well, it might start with, anyway. We're leaving this week to go to Shikoku. We're gonna go right into Kuma Monster, who's doing a long walk into, he's walking to TwitchCon. Looks like he's getting ready right now. Migaku. I saw, you know, speaking of Migaku, I've seen a lot of Dogen Migaku advertisements. Thank you. Yeah, no, like I said, today's very short because I have to get dinner with Y-Chan's family. They're in Tokyo. They live far away. They're in Tokyo today. So I just wanted to test and see the connection on this. We might do a test stream tomorrow where I stream a little bit from the phone just to see like what's going on. And then that's it. I mean, one more stream. If it's tomorrow, one more stream tomorrow, and then if I buy the ticket tonight or tomorrow for Tuesday, again, what I'm having to do is buy a round-trip ticket, which I haven't done for any of my trips before, but it saves me like significant money. So thank you, everyone. Go tell